Monday morning, back to our normally scheduled programming, and we got some rogue actions coming at you guys. Heinz, you had a big weekend. How you doing?
It has been a bit crazy, mate. It
Yeah.
has. Good morning, fam. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be back again. It has been, man. I've been sitting on that for a little while. It was killing me. I'm not good at keeping secrets, man. It's just not my style. It really
Sitting
isn't.
on what?
And, it was tough. It was tough to hold in all the information we had about Mace. It was pretty crazy stuff, mate. Huge experience, a lot of fun,
Yeah.
absolute ball. Man, it was. I hope they're happy with what I did. I mean, that's all we really want. I was actually thrilled. If we can talk, of course, about our boy Rambam, which obviously we had him live at the time when we released it.
Congrats,
made him cry,
Rambam.
made him cry like a little baby. It was beautiful to watch.
Did he actually cry?
Yes, he did. He absolutely cried. It was just fantastic. It was really, really wholesome.
People love this game, man.
Yeah. He absolutely did cry, but in a good way. Like tears of happiness. I mean, he has been championing, I reckon, for 3-4 years straight, getting a better Mace in the game. So you know
looks
what?
like we're getting that.
We are definitely getting that, mate. It is pretty cool stuff.
It was funny. So I wasn't able to attend the Gridsy session because Friday nights we spend time together as a family, and we were all cuddled on the couch eating popcorn, watching the brand new Pixar film Turning Red with my family and my two daughters, and it was freaking hilarious. And I see a notification on my phone. It's like Mace is getting a rework, and I look over at my wife and I'm like, can I? And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, this is where, and I was like, okay. So I haven't been able to talk about it yet.
That's about a little bit of no.
I like turned into a little puppy dog. I'm like, okay. All right, guys, we got a meme of the week. We're going to talk a little bit about the Mace rework, some initial reactions, and I have something to ask of CG today that I think is actually, I'm just going to call out right now, I think it's actually really important. And we'll get to that here in just a minute. But first, we got to talk about furry Jawas. This is what Obi-Wan actually saw in his binoculars there. A Jawa cuddling up to our girl.
Very furry. It's very furry.
The only problem with this meme is that Jawa doesn't maybe look as furry as they probably are in real life.
It should be a bit more furry. But very, very funny though. Very, very well done. Beautiful Photoshop work there. Love it.
This has been my new favorite format. This format's all over the place right now.
It's pretty clever.
All over the place.
It's so Star Warsy. I love it. It's so good. It really is.
All right, so as you guys know, Mace Windu finally getting his rework. Here is the kit information. If I understand right, I think it's only, I don't think they've even made a post about it yet. This is the only text I could find, right?
Yeah, we got the exclusive a couple of days ago on purpose. They'll actually be doing an announcement probably today or tomorrow.
Okay.
So the whole idea was, of course, to surprise Rambam with it. So we wanted to do it on the big stage, which we did on the Friday night, which was great.
Yeah.
So it has been released. I actually confirmed with the developers, obviously Crumb and Doja, 24 hours before we went live. So that was Friday last week, to 100% confirm there were no changes to the kit. This is it. So
okay,
did double check. So yeah, it's a damn fun kit, man. We're gonna have a real badass Mace Windu in game very, very soon. And the best thing is, man, we already have him. I think that's the bonus. We don't have to
most
farm
people will. Yeah, they'll have Mace in the relics. It's
Correct.
similar to a Vader situation. I was reading over the kit, and everything's in theory right now, but it reminds me a little bit about the Lord or the Darth Vader rework, where pretty much everybody already had this guy, so it was just a gift to the community. Yes. Now that said, I don't feel like this rework looks like it's quite on the level of the Vader rework, but I definitely see this making Mace Windu viable overnight.
Very much
how
so.
viable. You've had more time with the kit, Heinzie, so I'm glad you're here so we can ask this question. But as I'm reading over it, I think it looks great. But I question exactly to what extent is this going to be viable, and what team do you see him working in?
I think he's going to be a lot more solid in, of course, the JMK team, the Kenobi team. Certainly is going to be a fantastic tank in there. A lot of people, including myself, even use him currently, so that we can use General Kenobi somewhere else. Quite often in a Star Killer team, for instance, in GAC. This is probably the one rework that's actually going to be great, of course, for Territory War, because of course it has the Territory War Omicron attached to it.
Yeah.
But still going to be damn fine in GAC just because of the overall kit and the brick wall, tankiness of this character in general. And Cubs, you know as well as I do, man, we just don't have enough tanks in this game. I mean, that's just in general, right? We just don't. So to be able to either move General Kenobi somewhere else or move him back to a Kenobi and then use Mace in a Star Killer lineup, because you need a Jedi in a Star Killer lineup, of course, as well. That's just going to guarantee Star Killer goes off. It is that good. It really is.
Yeah, and so I was a little concerned when I first heard some talk about Star Killer being maybe one of the optimal places for him, and I'm thinking, well, okay, great, so 10 people are going to be able to use him. But it does look, there's enough in here where, sure, we can probably find some value for Star Killer, but there's also this Galactic Republic synergy in there that he's got, calling Galactic Republic allies, and so it will also work in that JMK team, which is pretty much where I want to make him work, because I'd really like to free up my Kenobi, put him with my Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron and GAC, and have Mace Windu working with my JMK team, maybe be a little bit more scary on defense potentially, or on offense, or even put together some other Jedi team to make him work in, because a lot of times Mace, whoever your tank is, just gets wiped by another Kenobi mirror match.
Yeah. The fun's going to be Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint's a real sort of game changer for this character, honestly. The way that they've reworked Shatterpoint, you have to hit him. It's a force taunt. You have to hit him.
Yeah.
And the way that he just obviously, just builds and just takes those hits so that your other characters can work better and be more effective. It's great.
Well, hold on. I think you're thinking of you have to hit him because of resilient defense. Yeah. Shatterpoint's the debuff. Well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But if you check out the debuff, go back to Shatterpoint again. If you have a look at it though, it says here, enemies can ignore taunt to target this unit.
So he basically turns into Jedi Revan in some way, although he can't ignore taunt, right?
Yeah, that's right. They're throwing the Foresight around for your Galactic Republic Jedi. All that fun stuff. It's going to be great. It really is. And then,
And I'll confess, the GAC junkie in me was a little disappointed that it was a Territory Wars Omicron.
Yeah.
But I do think there's enough in there outside of that Omicron that you're going to get plenty of use with him. And then I don't have to give him an Omicron if I don't want to use him in Territory Wars. I mean, I do want to eventually start equipping Omicrons for Territory Wars for my guild, but I'm more competitive in GAC. That's where the crystals are, right?
And that's the thing. I think if you have a look at the ratio, honestly, for GAC Omicrons and other game mode Omicrons, I mean, GAC far outweigh it already at this point. They really do. So I think it was only a matter of time before the Territory War, needed an extra Omicron, and I think this was the opportunity to do it. And he's still going to be gross. He really will be gross in both game modes. Make no mistake. He gets a real big boost, and he's going to be a serious brick wall to deal with.
I am so excited for this Mace rework. Congrats again on the exclusive, man. That's great to see. I love to see CG working with the community whenever possible, and especially anytime we get a rework in the game that doesn't come with a catch. Like sometimes we rework a character and it's like, but here's the marquee character they have to work with, and so they kind of still monetize those reworks. This rework feels a lot, even though it doesn't feel like it's on the level of the data rework, like I already said, it does feel like the same kind of gift where it's like most of you already have Mace farmed up because you needed him for GLs, and here you go. Now you can go play with them. So I'm really excited about it. All right, now we got to talk about something. I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with CG. I
sense some salt. Here we go.
It's not really salt. It's just like I'm going to preach common sense here. Now, territory battles is over right now, and you could probably see where I'm already going with this. But we've got these indicators here on the right side of the screen right now, and when there's enough of these indicated, there's some that will get buried because they can only have 4 up there at once. And there are many guilds reporting that their territory battles participation was down because for almost the entire territory battle, the reminder that territory battle was active was hidden in favor of the Conquest Pass. Double drops, which you can already see on the screen, and Galactic Challenges. I think this is a massive problem, Heinze, that hasn't gotten discussed very much. The order of priorities, in my opinion, needs to be GAC at the top. Reminder about GAC, and then territory battles should be right after that. And then if there's room for your pass, then include that underneath that.
Can I start with saying this, Cubs? That was actually one of the earlier questions we actually asked them on Friday night, and we said, guys, how about all the missing icons down the side that we actually really need for guild events and stuff?
Yeah,
kind of a little bit important.
Yeah,
and they kind of get overshadowed by packs and a lot of other things that we need. It'd be great if we could have that. But they did say that yes, they are looking at it, and they realised that certainly it's a problem as far as the priority on that list. So it is something that they will be looking at and addressing, Cubs.
It kind of comes back to something I've preached this on my stream several times, but I feel like the home screen needs a massive facelift.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, look at this. Yeah. So this is my opening screen here right now, right? What would you say are the 2 main game modes in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now that matter?
Yeah, that's right. No,
what would you say? What would you say? Okay. 2 main game modes.
GAC.
Okay, GAC number 1 and number 2.
And for me, Territory Wars, and for many others, Territory Battles.
Territory Wars or Territory Battles. I have to scroll all the way over here for both of those.
Yes.
And for Territory Battles, I have to go into guilds and then into guild events to get there, right?
Yeah.
And some would say Conquest is up there as well. And so I have to go all the way over. Like, why is light side battles and dark side battles still the focal point of when you open this game?
Yeah, but the thing is, Cubs, and we have to remember that, there's still a lot of new players playing this game, and that is still the only thing they see. A lot of them don't see these outside events yet till they get to level 85. It is. I get where you're coming from,
that's a good counterpoint.
But the problem is that not every player can, see those other events. They unlock at level 85. You're level 50, and you got light side or dark side in the corner on the right hand side. Well, there's nothing for them to play, right? That's the first thing. So, unfortunately,
I still just wish it would highlight some of these things a little bit more appropriately.
I agree. And I even mentioned something along the lines of, and this is something that they didn't say they were going to do, but it was something they were going to investigate as an idea, is the events on the side, having them on a rolling rotation.
Yeah.
So at least it's not just static, but it does obviously consistently change and evolve if you've got, more than 3 or 4 things that you need to see. And everyone's screen's different. Some see more than less too, I think, isn't it? So
it's not. Look, it's not a huge deal. It's not. But I just every once in a while I open the game, I'm like, why am I scrolling all the way over here for this?
You say it's not a huge deal. Tell that to a territory war officer when a player hasn't signed up. You tell that to a territory battle officer who's busting his balls for a week long and needs 3 guys to deploy, and they don't even know the event's up. Yeah,
I just know. I'm saying that for the person at CG who's sitting there throwing their hands in the air, being like, "Really, Cubs? Like, come on, man! Like, there's a million other things we could worry about right now."
No. But
I agree.
It's a quality of life thing, and we are overdue for some quality of life updates. We totally understand that, and that's certainly one of the main ones we want fixed. With, of course, fleet loadouts as well, which we also discussed.
Yeah, I think a couple things like Territory Wars sign up, especially, and GAC sign up. We're kind of turning this into a little bit of a. I almost wish that there was just a button like on the home screen that just said "Join Territory Wars." Click, done. Right before, like, without even going into anything.
It's not that easy though, mate. When you got to move mods around for a lot of people.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, a lot of people need to move mods in and around first before they do that. If you just jump straight in blindly, especially GAC, because you can't back out if you stuff something up.
Well, that's another thing that needs to change.
Yeah, we discussed that as well, and they're looking at that too. So,
are they?
Little things they're looking at. Yeah. Look, we covered a lot.
I don't ask Smosh CG. Just make your game perfect, okay?
No, make it the way that Cubs wants it and not everyone else.
Let me map everything out, change everything so it's my way, and then we'll all be happier.
You selfish little man.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes, sometimes you turn into a little bit of a prima donna when you're a streamer. And,
That's okay.
I'm gonna own that.
Honestly, if you can't speak your voice, what's the point? I mean, look, we're here to give our opinion. You might not like it, you might like it, you might not, and that's fine. That's on you. But we're still going to say what we think. And if you don't like that, well, unfortunately, this ain't the video for you.
So we got a little bit bitchy here, but I did especially. But I will say, we really do need territory battles showing up. I think that is important.
Cubs got bitchy confirmed. It's true.
Okay, everyone, go watch Heinz's video.
That was so